Hi guys, and welcome back to Archie Hamilton Racing and to another video where today you join me where I'm in the countryside with my very shiny car, and we are heading to a cool destination today. You may have seen in the past I've owned a Porsche Gt4 RS, a massive Porsche lover myself, obviously racing them etc. this year. Well, the place we're going to today, and we're on the way there now, is a place called JCR. These are the guys who put the exhaust on my Gt4 RS, and they also put a straight pipe kind of system on their Gt4 RS. Listen to this. So they sound ridiculous, don't they? So basically what we're doing down today is Johnny Cocker, who is the main man down there, a racing driver himself, he called me up and he said, I used to have a Gt4 RS, yes, but now I've got myself a 718 GT4 and it is ridiculous. I've transformed it, I've done so many things to it, I've done exhaust, but what I've also done is other stuff as well. Get down here, we're gonna go and take it out on the country roads. You need to see it because it is ridiculous. So we're gonna head down there now and we are gonna go and see this ridiculous Porsche GT4, which has had a lot of work done to it and does not look anything stock at all, because it's not. Let's get going. So as you can hear, it sounds absolutely ridiculous, the JCR GT4. We're going to take it out in some B-rows in just a second, but what I'm going to do first, I mean my ears still hurt from that startup. What we're going to do first is Johnny's going to walk us around and show everything which has been done to this car, because like I said, it's not stock, as you can probably hear. If you can, I hope it's coming across on camera okay. But it's completely different to anything you've seen. So we're gonna walk around it and he's gonna show us all of it, and then we're gonna go for a drive because I really want to just hear it through the revs. Here he is, Johnny. This is the main man at JCR Exhaust, everyone. We're gonna go out in your GT4.
Yes, we are.
And you're gonna talk us around what this has got. We went out in your Gt4 RS and it was very loud.
This is very loud as well. Very, very loud.
Well, I could see. Right, show us what you've done, because this is no ordinary GT4.
No, so essentially this is our demo car. We're using it to develop like a range of products for the car, so be it from the brakes to the suspension, aero, tyres,
yeah,
exhaust obviously, and power modifications as well. So there's like a full range of stuff that goes into this car. But basically starting from the front, we've got GT3 RS carbon fibre bonnet, which is quite a kind of subtle...
You put a GT3 RS bonnet on it?
Yeah.
Oh, you never told me that.
That's cool. You can see it's got like that little detail in it, but that saves 8 kilos over the front end.
Okay.
So it's quite a nice little mod. Obviously just painted body colour, so it's nice and kind of subtle.
Yeah.
This is where we start getting kind of more interesting stuff. We've got surface transforms carbon ceramics on the car, which are, the car already came with the ceramics from Porsche, but this is quite a big upgrade. So they're a little bit larger, a little bit lighter.
That is ridiculous.
So they run quite a bit cooler.
Really?
As well. And the wear is actually better as well. So it's kind of like a win-win-win. And also you can actually resurface these brakes. So
wow.
Rather your Porsche ceramics, ordinarily, once they're run out, once you've gone through the wear rating, you chuck them in the bin and like 15 grand a set. So these are like 9 grand a set, but your mileage on them is like really extended. BBS FIR wheels.
Oh yeah, I was going to say about the wheels. These are not stock wheels.
3 kilos per wheel. So
wow.
12 kilos rotating mass. So that makes quite a big difference in terms of the performance. And stuff you can't see going on the suspension is we've got Öhlins TTX. So the two-way adjustable suspension kit with custom valving, custom spring rates.
So that's obviously why it's sitting so well.
Yeah, I mean it's around about 20 mil lower than standard, so it's not
perfect.
Like, it's not super low, but at the same time, it's like a good amount lower just to kind of.
Yeah. I mean, it does look outrageous. Okay.
Cool. And then probably the most noticeable thing in terms of the appearance of the car, we've actually got the GT4 spec wing from the Club Sport Racer.
Same as my race car.
Same as your race car, but I think we think this is a different material, isn't it?
I think it's slightly different.
It's a carbon fibre something or other, but it's again lighter than the stock wing, more downforce, a little bit more drag, but you've got some really good adjustability in there as well. So just like the race car, you can adjust. There's 5 positions for wing angle, so you can have a play around with that as well.
That is ridiculous.
And then finally,
but people will probably be thinking, and what the question I asked is, did you have to drill into the bodywork? And you actually didn't put that rear wing on. No, it's all direct replacement. So the mounts themselves, obviously it's like an up and over mount, one neck on this car. But the actual mounting position, because the Club Sport has got the same, rear hatch. Yeah. The attachment is absolutely identical. So it's literally like a direct replacement part. That's mad. So, very cool.
Obviously it works with the front aero as well, so everything's in balance nicely.
Everything works.
So lastly really is the exhaust. You can only see a little bit of it, but
yeah, we can see a little bit in the exhaust, as you can see. It really is the exhaust you need for a GT4, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean we've got various different options when it comes to the exhaust for these. A lot of people have been really critical of the sound of the 718 GT4.
Yeah.
And that is in part due to the fact that Porsche have pegged it back a lot with the exhaust from factory to kind of hold back performance, because obviously the new car's got the 4-litre engine. It's actually got a huge amount of potential in it. So the standard exhaust is restrictive, and with that comes like a massive reduction in general sound. So it sounds pretty boring from standard, but we've figured that out.
And then you phone up JCR, and then these boys will kit it out. Is it stock in terms of power?
No.
That's what I was going to ask you, because you put on your Instagram yesterday, is this the world's fastest GT4?
Yeah, I mean that's
is it?
It's a little, well, I mean nobody's gone faster yet, but
okay, so how fast can it, or what does it have now?
We reckon it's around about 470, 475 horsepower.
Yeah.
Up from 420 stock.
Yeah.
So, a good kind of 50 horsepower.
Plus the exhaust and everything else.
And well, that is due to the exhaust.
Ah.
So the ECU and everything else on the car is completely standard. So that's just us liberating the power just from the exhaust side.
We are inside the GT4. It is very loud. Johnny says it's loud. 9 times out of 10, things are very loud. On the race suspension, it's comfortable in here as well.
Yeah, the Öhlins stuff, although the spring rates are like quite a lot harder than stock, the dampers are so good that it actually rides like really quite nice. To be fair, the car barely gets used on the road unless it's kind of driving to the track.
Driving to the track and home.
But then it's, you can drive, you can talk in it, it's like fine until you put your foot down.
It sounds very nice. Jeez. What about downshift? Whoa.
Sounds good. And there's like pops and crackles have come back now. I think a lot of people thought they'd been like removed from the previous car, but it was just the exhaust is so kind of heavily.
Can we go down that one? Whoa. Mate.
Auto blip is off. Just so everybody knows.
Yeah.
Does sound good.
Mate, it sounds amazing. I've never heard a road car that good. And it's a GT4. I can't get my head around it.
Yeah, it's really like completely transformed the character of the car. Obviously it's a lot faster, like that mid-range and top end now is just like
I just want a downshift. It's mad.
So but it's like the response, so like now 5,000 RPM.
Yeah.
Like now it goes. So it's it has transformed the car quite significantly, but again you can just like
turn it off and just cruise.
Like cruise, and then you can like legitimately just have a conversation and cruise on the motorway.
Yeah.
But this is like the most extreme extreme system.
Okay, I was going to ask you this, because this is your most extreme sort of JCR exhaust for this car.
Yeah, yeah.
How much is this for if a punter turned up and went, I wanted my GT4 to sound like that?
So this has got Inconel race manifolds, it's got a titanium particulate filter deletes.
Yeah.
And it's got a titanium rear system, so it's around about 12,500 for like the full system. But
right.
all of our parts are completely modular, so that means, you know, you can add one part and combine it with other standard parts, or you can do everything, or you can just do one part, or, you know, you can just kind of sneak up on it.
Yeah.
So there's kind of various different ways you can go about it.
Okay, and then if you wanted to just make it a little bit louder,
Then the best way to do that would be to just do the rear.
okay.
So that completely replaces the rear silencer assembly with a full titanium valve system, which is available either with or without silencers. And that just kind of wanks the car up to kind of what it should be from the factory, really.
Wait, I can't get any lap, really?
It's so fun.
That is a joke! That is like, honestly like the best sounding car I've heard in so long.
It's proper cool, isn't it?
Mate, it is beyond cool. When you told me, and I've like, obviously I've seen videos of you driving around a track and things, you get a little glimpse, but
Yeah.
it's a bit like when you surprised me with that GT3 RS. Mate, the way how you get these sounds out of cars, like these, because Porsche's people go, yeah, well, they sound alright, modern day cars. I've genuinely never heard a Porsche like that on the road.
Yeah, it's insane. It sounds very, very similar to like the white RS with the full titanium race pipe on it.
This would be an expensive trip if I could buy one of these, because they are that good. I generally, the GT4, I kind of overlooked it a little bit, and that's probably me being a little bit naive. There's probably some people that would do the same, they just look at GT3s. But then, if you think now, you could probably get one of these just over list, let's say, probably not going anywhere in price. You could drive it around for a couple of years, put your exhaust mod on, which is a must, and then you've had so much fun in the car.
I mean, that was the idea kind of with this car initially, was we'll create a GT4 which for half the price of a GT3 RS is faster around a lap, and that's what we've basically achieved now.
This is really affordable in terms of you get a good finance package compared to a GT3 RS.
Yeah.
I'd take one of these now, sack the GT3 RS off, one of these. Oh my, what a day, and what a flipping car. I've just had amazing fun with Johnny. It was so cool to get the chance to hear it. He sent me lots of videos before, but to actually in person get a chance to hear what he's created here with the GT4, it's ridiculous. These guys are absolutely smashing it, and honestly it's the best sounding Porsche I've ever heard. It's the world's loudest GT4 car I'm sure anyone's ever going to hear, and honestly it's one of the best Porsches I've ever heard. It is ridiculous, and here we can see it all parked up because we've just had so much fun in it. It just really looks incredible, and I hope that's coming across on camera, because the way it's got these wheels on it, it's got the race, you know, the racing rear wing, so that is just not stock at all. The stance fit looks amazing, and then obviously just even at the front, the fact that it's got a GT3 RS hood is flipping chaos. Honestly, what a bit of kit. I've just had the best time ever in that, and then obviously the exhaust singing like it does is mad. Look at the sky and look at the car. How cool is that? I'm gonna head on my way, but if you are interested and you've got a GT4 out there and you're thinking, I'm thinking it doesn't sound great from factory and I want to make it louder, give the guys a call, JCR Porsche, go on their website, give their Instagram a follow, etc., and just get in touch, because it will completely transform your car. They don't just do GT4, they do GT3 RSs, GT3s, you name it. They just make cars sound amazing. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Check them out down below. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. I'll see you all very soon.